My advisor doesn't get too much involved in my day-to-day business decisions and business investment type decisions, but certainly he's there to help, knowing that if something goes wrong, I'm safeguarded within those, and with always helping to keep an eye on the future for me in terms of what's important, and in particular as you get on, things like income protection and so on, which you really don't think about when you're younger, but when you've got kids involved, and I guess once you hit around the 40 age type bracket, well, health issues can come into play. You hope they don't, but to know that you're covered in case they do is a really important thing. And again, it just comes back to making sure the family's looked after financially if you can't do it. My wife has been a full-time mum for 14 years. When we first had kids, one of the critical things was what happens if there's an accident before one or other of us. We have to think about how are the kids going to be looked after, even in a practical day-to-day sense. So the advisor was great in terms of getting us set up with life insurance for my wife, even though she wasn't working, but there'd be a great burden on me if she wasn't there and had to have the kids looked after. But likewise, if something were to happen to me, my needs in terms of covering their education and making sure they're well looked after, it's a minefield if you're not getting the right advice. So that's been fantastic to help through those issues. I really regard it as a cooperative approach and making decisions together. The role of the advisor is not to make the decisions for the client. The role of the advisor is to give the client all of the available information, certainly guide them down the path that they would consider to be most appropriate. But ultimately, it is your own decision what you do and how you go ahead with it. And if you've got faith and confidence in the person that's giving you the advice, well, yeah, more than likely you're going to follow their advice, absolutely. But certainly with my relationship with my advisor, I've never felt like he is making the decisions. I've always felt like the decision's in my hands, but he's giving me the best possible information to make that decision on.